2013, the Rally America National Championship has come down to the last round here at Lake Superior to determine the champions for all three national classes. For the overall, we have a knockdown drag-out battle between David Higgins, current reigning champion, and Ken Block, aiming to get his first championship. If Ken wins this event, it's his. If David Higgins can pressure Ken into a mistake and he finishes anywhere but first place, Ken will not take the championship. It's going to be exciting right there at the front of the field. But right behind those guys, you've got current super production leader David Sterricks. He must finish this event, else Mason Moyle could win super production, and with it the super production national championship. Having a look at two-wheel drive, you've got Andrew Comrie-Picard and his Scion that's been leading two-wheel drive championship the whole season. Brendan Reeves, a little bit of a late arrival from Australia, has come in and won every event in two-wheel drive he's entered. Brendan Reeves is still a little bit behind ACP, but he has the chance to win the class this weekend and take the national championship for two-wheel drive in his Ford Fiesta. It's going to be a knockdown drag-out battle in all three national classes. For Rally America, I'm Matthew Johnson here in Houghton, Michigan. Keep up with us, rally-america.com. How much are you able to adjust your notes? And are you planning to do a lot of adjustment to your notes as we're rerunning stages here this weekend?
Yeah, obviously we make our own notes, unlike most of the people here that use Gemba system and then they modify them. So obviously we just had a single pass recce, but the great thing for this rally is because the recce finished so early, we've had an awful lot of time to go through things on the video and amend as much as we can. But one of Craig's biggest strengths is in the rally car. He's absolutely fantastic at changing notes on the go. So if we're going into something we need to change it, he's on the ball and he can do that very, very easy. So
I hear that the stages are wide in places. Do you think these stages suit your driving style?
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy this place. I've won twice here, put a SB car on the podium here, so I've typically done very well here. So I'm looking forward to being out there. The recce went very well yesterday. My shakedown went very well, so I can't wait to get out on the roads.
I'm here with Antoine Lestage, a man with a lot of ups and downs in 2013. What is there left to do but just go out and have fun, Antoine?
Yeah, we'll go to have fun and try to have a good result. I'd like to finish the season here in the US on a high note. It's been really well in Canada. We won the last 3 rallies out there, so I feel good. We had some good runs. We had a good test with the car, so hopefully we have a good rally.
You know, 10 years ago it happened to me. I was going in this exact same position that I am today. I was leading the championship, and after the 3rd stage my differential broke and I was on the side of the road, and my direct competitor won the rally, so he won champion. I was second. So I'm not going to be too happy right now. I'm just going to wait for the rally to be done, and then I will be able to celebrate it.
Mason, what's the plan, and have you been doing extra note studying or what?
Yeah, we've been watching a lot of video from last year, and the plan for this event is really to just go out there and set good times from the beginning. I think in previous rallies this season I've gone out and just kind of gone out too slow out of the gate and then played catch up the whole weekend. But for this rally, I know these roads more than I know any other roads in the championship, so to go out and get comfortable right away, I hope shouldn't be a big thing.
I'm totally keyed up. It's the first time that the Scion team bosses have ever said, well, there's no reason to hold back, go for it. So whereas before we always try to make sure we get to the finish or whatever, we're wide open from out of the gate here. And it's kind of a sprint rally this year because there's no real long stages. You know, it's all like 7 miles, 8 miles maximum. So we're going to be wide open for every stage. It's going to be awesome.
Behind me sits the Fiesta R2 of Brendan Reeves and his sister Rhiannon Smith. They're on the attack this weekend. It's going to be a fantastic battle in two-wheel drive. Here they go to start the rally. An interesting face to see inside a rally car is Bill Fogg Sr. It's his first rally. Bill, why did you choose the Honda to get in here to co-drive?
Honestly, they're the only ones that invited me. It's a pretty scary event for me. So I'm nervous. I'm going to get it done. James is awesome. He's been patient. I didn't throw up on recce yesterday, so that was good, and we're hoping for the best today.
This is really cool because Bill Fogg has seen everything it takes to run an event. He's seen everything it's taken to run Rally America, and now he's going to see what it takes to do the other piece inside the car.
You know what? It'd be nice to come here and go for a championship and be able to solidly drive down the road and go flat out. But I got to the end of the third stage there, just a nervous wreck because it's so slippery. So every corner is just a gamble, you know. So we're trying to go quick, but you got to be safe to finish first. You first got to finish. So, so it's not really the conditions I was hoping for, but you know, obviously it's the same for everybody. And especially me being first on the road, there's no tracks for me to follow. There's no braking points to see. There's Antoine said he's seen me go wide a couple times. Yeah, because I'm trying to guess at every corner, you know, and they're just all different. So it's a good little battle, though. I think I got 1.4 seconds over David right now, and Antoine's just a couple seconds back from that. So looks like it'll be a good battle.
So we've had all this build-up, David, about how it's going to be a maximum attack fight. But it sounds like it might not be the case because it's pretty sketchy out there.
Yeah, I think the conditions have caught us all by surprise a little bit. Really, the first stages, obviously, around the gravel pit were reasonably good conditions, but the problem we had there was we hadn't recce'd them, so it was nothing like well, not nothing like, but the video that we looked at didn't really represent what we were doing when we did it at speed. So that was a bit of a shocker. We lost the sump shield on the second pass through, but then when we went into the last stage, Menji, it was just like super slick everywhere, like aquaplaning across. It was just like almost snowdrift, but at higher speeds without the snowbank. So it was pretty tough, but at the same time, it was actually quite good fun and enjoyed it and slipping around, and it felt very much like being at home.
Standing here with Brendan Reeves, when we saw him come by on the first stage, it didn't look like he gave any kind of concern for slippery conditions. What are you finding out here, and what do you think slippery conditions do to impact a two-wheel drive car compared with the all-wheel drive cars?
Well, that stage 3 that we just did then, it's a really sandy surface, and that's taking a lot of power out of the car. And we don't have a lot of power already, so trying to get up those hills and keep the momentum is really difficult. So I'm sort of modulating the throttle a little bit, trying to find the grip, and up changing the gears just that little bit earlier to minimize the wheel spin.
Andrew, how'd the first 3 stages go? What are you finding? Everybody thinks it's pretty slippery out there.
Oh yeah, it's slippery out there. It's slippier than snot. It's like the first 2 super specials are the 1.7 mile special through Green Acres. It was good. It had a little more traction. We won that one over Brandon both times by 3 seconds each time. And then we went into a deep woods one, 7 miles, Menge south, which is an uphill, and he took 10 seconds out of us there. So we're now 4 seconds behind.
It's a nightmare. We went off pretty bad. Well, no, not pretty bad because the car has no problem, but we arrived very fast and we stopped like at that from the trees, and we were in the middle there. So we had to get out of the place and go back on the stage, but I don't know what happened. I was just in a right turn and braking to get in the right turn, and the rear came in. So I don't know, something is wrong on the car.
It's going really good. It's cool to be in a four-wheel drive car. I've still got a lot to learn, but we're in the race.
And what do you think of the conditions? Is it working for you?
No, it's very, very slippery. We thought it would chew up a lot more, so we decided to go out on uncut tires, and that was definitely a mistake. The roads are holding up a lot better than we thought they would, which I guess could be good news, except for that it's raining, so that's really slick. We've made some adjustments. We'll go out, and hopefully it was the right thing this time.
So we're headed out on one of the last loops of day one, LSPR. We're in the refueling zone before the cars head out, just checking in. Here's Nick Roberts leading super production. Nick, did you expect with this kind of super production competition that you'd be in the front?
I certainly did not. You know, we're just out here having fun, trying to run our own race, and it's been awesome. The car's running great. We did some modifications, and things are kind of working out in our favor, I think. I don't know that we're certainly in first, but well, I'm sure we'll figure it out.
I missed the chicane in the first one. I had to reverse and go back in again, so I lost a little bit of time there. Then when we did Menji South again, we improved our time, but David and Ken are going really hard. And in the last one, I have to be honest, I struggled a little bit. My notes were maybe a little bit optimistic, and I went wide in one place, and we're lucky to be here. So yeah, the lights were not perfect either. A bunch of little things. I did a few mistakes too, so not easy, but we're still here. We're in third, so I think I might just go a little bit more steady now for the other night stages.
So what we understand is a tree was knocked down. David had to drive over a tree that Antoine might have touched and knocked into the stage, and that cost him a few precious seconds here in the battle with Ken.
I feel calmer and happier than I felt in the rally car in years. So Jeremy's performing great. You know, Jeremy's a great co-driver, and so we're just having a fantastic time. Actually, I mean, it's tense. It's 10 tenths. We're wide open.
Sure.
But if you think about this, we won 5 of the 6 stages so far, and Brendan won 1. Unfortunately, he won it by 10 seconds. But we won the last. We came in last service. We were 4 seconds down to him, and then we won 3 stages, and we're 2.8 seconds up. So you can do the math on that. In 3 stage wins, you only get 6.8 seconds. So there's no margin, and we're just absolutely wide open, and we're 4th overall.
I've noticed.
I mean, you know, that's 3 open class cars: Ken, Higgins, and Antoine, and then us, and then Brendan 2.8 seconds behind, and then I guess all the other SP cars. Like, we're having a great time. It's awesome.
So we're seeing the fight for the two-wheel drive championship is going faster than the super production all-wheel drive cars right now. They're holding 4th and 5th overall.